Hi everyone. So I am going to show you my area where I do most of my crafting, and I have mat cutters there, and I do my cutting, and I even have an ironing station. And this is where I have most of my little drawer organization. So I do apologize, there is a little section that doesn't have lighting, so it's going to be a little dark, but I hope you kind of get the idea of the space that I have and how I store my things. So on this side, it is a little dark, but I have my entire collection of DMC Flosses, the solid ones. I also have, if you look lower down, there are some quilting rulers, and they are all hanging on an IKEA pegboard, which if I were to do it again, I would not have an IKEA pegboard. I think I would use just the regular old pegboards, simply because you have more options for accessories. And when I got this pegboard, it was during the pandemic, so I had to wait months to get different accessories. So over here, it's my ironing station, and as you can see, I do need to replace this fabric. It's just burned. That's from when I iron. And the reason I have it, I have a wool mat, and I do not want to damage it with starch. So I put a piece of fabric, and then when it gets really bad, which looks like I need to change it soon, when it gets really bad, I just replace it. So yeah, that's really, that's just burned starch and just the heat. Anyway, so this is the section over here. If you look, I have two tables. They're countertop height, and each table is 8 feet. So I have 16 feet of countertop. And on this countertop, I have little little drawers. So let's see what I have in these drawers. Now, the white ones, there's 4 units here, and these white ones have my DMC. If you look, I have the little numbers, and it's just one unit, and I have my extras in there. So some have more than others. And let's see if I can open this one because my mat is in the way, but you can see. And that is pretty much how the rest of the drawers are. It's just more DMC. And when I finish a project, a cross-stitch project, I put everything back, and then I will go and put it back in there. So if I have another project that needs that floss, it's in here. Now the last section is a little bit different, because this was when I first started having the weeks, and I still haven't gone through all of them, but I have here some fancy flosses that let's look in there. You see? Since I didn't have a lot. And then down here I have extra bobbins, and this is just different flosses that I've gathered from. And up here I just have, this section here, it's the DMC flower thread, and then I have DMC linen. I don't know, do I have any? Oh, I have one. Anyway, so that is mostly my DMC collection. Now, I signed up for the Fat Quarter shop the classic colorwork flosses and the weeks dye work. So I purchased these clear drawers, and I got them, I want to say it was at TJ Maxx and Home Goods. I think I've gotten them. But it's really hard when you purchase things from TJ Maxx because they don't always have the amount, like the amount of drawers you need. I guess the units. So the first time I purchased one, and it was 6 months before I found the other one, and a year, 2 years. So I've been gathering these, or I've been buying these, and it's been 2 years since I finally got all 4 of them. So you have to be very patient. And these, they're in the makeup or the bathroom section. So anyway, the reason I bought these is because I want to see the fancy floss. So what I've done is I have put them in separate little drawers so I can see the colors, and I've divided them. So these are all weeks dye work, and I have this one. As you can see, it's empty. I recently got that one, but that one I want to get some Gentle Arts, and that's the reason I got that one. And over here I have some miscellaneous. You can see I have little rickrack, and I have some other types of flosses, but those, I think I will move them later when I need that little unit. So yeah, I wanted to see and enjoy looking at all my fancy threads. And then this little piece over here, this little unit, this is a recent find. I found this at an antique shop, and I was really excited. I love little metal rusty looking drawers. And so let's see what I have. There's lots of empty drawers in here. So this one just has the little dividers. I'm just starting to fill them. This one has little hangers. Those little hangers are the ones that I use to hang up these little dresses that I've made. I have a little doll, and those are the hangers for those dresses. And this one I have, these are the backs of pins, and these are like, they're sort of like safety pins, but I use them to put buttons and stuff like that for decoration. Okay, what do we have up here? I still need to put labels, and I have some wooden blocks and wooden bowls and rolling pins, and I use those for my miniatures. And I have more blocks, and then I have more blocks. Not sure what I have up here, and I think these are empty right now. I think none of them have little bells. Let's see. Yeah. And I have little bells. So, and then the ones up top are empty. And then up here I have some more threads. They're Aurifil, which I need to move them from there because they go in another completely different unit. I also have, if you can see, the red ones. Let's pull it out. These are the Sulky 12 weight, and I had purchased the red ones that they have, so that was pretty cool. And right here, I love toys, I love miniatures, and I love the original Toy Story. So yep, they're all there. So I've collected all of them. I love little, they make me happy. My husband says this is a little bright spot every time he comes into this area. And these little tiny books, I've made them from kits. So those are really fun. And you can actually, let's see, can I get one out? Yes. See, They even have words, pictures. So I love little tiny, I love tiny things. And then these are, I forget what they're called. I use these little clips. Usually have them, like, so if you buy dress shirts, oh, it's kind of hard to unscrew this with one hand, but anyway, I use them to, when I wrap my fabrics on the board, just to keep the ends tidy. And so I don't want to put pins because I don't want my fabric to rust, so I use those. And then up here I have a shelf, and so I have more miniatures over there. I have a few more clear drawers, and those have ribbons, and you can see some rickrack. So we're not gonna go through those because I am not tall enough and I don't have a step ladder, so that'll be a little hard for me. And this is another unit, these are those plastic ones that you can get at any office supply store. I've seen them on Amazon, I've seen them at Target and Walmart. And let's see if I can, well, the bottom unit is empty. I recently emptied it out. It had things I was no longer using, so now I have some empty drawers. And what I find is the things that I don't use as often, I just store them up higher. And that way I don't need to grab my stepladder as often. So here are some embroidery hoops and just some things that I found at Target that I can use to finish some of my cross stitch. And then if we look down, I have more little miniatures, and I love little boxes, little wooden boxes. And we're not going to go through everything. We're not going to open all the wooden boxes because there just isn't enough time. This video will take forever. But we're going to look through some of these, keep looking through some of these drawers. So this unit here, I have two of them. These are from IKEA, and so I painted them a creamy color, and I thought they were kind of cute because I wanted everything to be somewhat neutral. And so these are, I still have to make, these are the sleeves for the little books that I've made from the kits. And there were some elastics in that one. What do we have here? Oh, these are Pringle containers, so I can, for a project that I have in mind. There's some beads in this one with little flowers. I don't know what I'm going to use that for, but I'm sure I'll need it once I get rid of it, so I've been keeping it there. Anyway, and here I have zippers and different things to, some measurements for project bags. And over here I have some more ribbons and little ribbons that come with packages. I just save everything. Here I have some snaps. This is some, oh, I guess I should put those away. So these are some, I have to see what project. I think I just bought these for a project, and I think I need to put them in the project bag. What else do I have? Oh, here's some buttons. And more flosses. These are crafting flosses. What you would make, I guess, friendship bracelets or things like that. And down here I have a drawer filled with pins, all kinds of pins. These, I love little tins. There are more, So let me open this one. So there's more pins in these tins. So there's pins everywhere. Okay. And then I have, hey, do you know who that guy is? Bob Ross. And I have, I think in these little drawers back there, I have things to hang up pictures. Anyway, and so this here, right here, I have, those are 2 antique thread cabinets. And I'm not sure what kind of cabinet this is. If it's a mechanic's cabinet, I'm not exactly sure. But it's an antique, vintage. And these cabinets, I know they're cool and people love them. I love them. I love them to pieces. But I'm going to keep it real. They smell ungodly. So you have to, if you look through mine, I have, let's see, I always have dryer sheets in them. And I change them every so often. And I try to put in here things that will not absorb the odor, or things that if they do, I can wash. So I made the mistake of putting little wooden pieces, and that just didn't work. So I have beads, and let's see, and other like thumbtacks and things like that. And then the top one, I have blades and little X-Acto knives. And then these are cigar boxes. I have different things in those. And I started recently collecting spice cabinets. This one is empty, so there's really nothing to see up there. Yes, I am a child of the 80s, so I love Garbage Pail Kids. And Sadness is one of my favorite characters from Inside Out. So, of course, I had to add her to my collection. So, going back over here, let me show you what I have in this thread cabinet. This was a Christmas gift from my husband, and he was so sweet. He also bought the entire collection for me, so I can put in here, of the anchor flosses. So I have them all in numerical order. How beautiful is that? I love opening these drawers. He asked me the other day if I've used them, and yeah, no, I haven't. But I don't want to use them. They're gorgeous. I'm sure I'll use them when I need to. But right now, I just want to enjoy just looking at them. I also have some vintage empty wooden thread spools and some vintage threads. I think this is the perfect place to store them. Now this cabinet, I've cleaned these cabinets out, and this one, it doesn't smell really bad. I have dryer sheets in it, so it's pretty, that one's pretty good. That one up there, whew. Anyway, and so over here I have, this was earlier this year, my husband, he purchased this cabinet for me, and it's one of those desktop, like where it has a writing top, but the wood, it was just, it needed to be replaced. So what we did instead is he got me a beautiful piece of glass, and I use it as a display. So all of my cross stitch that are seasonal, I'll put in here when they're not being displayed upstairs. And of course, there are my little miniatures, and I display vintage or antique blocks. And then I have my little jars. This is a Gail Wilson doll that I made. jars filled with yo-yos and some pin cushions and different types of lace. Okay, and then over here, the end of the table, I have this longer burger basket. Those envelopes you see here, those are the other kits that I have to make that are miniature books. And here is a jar of orts. I think that's how you say that. And I have a little bookcase that I want to fill with mini books. And oh, and this over here, oops, sorry for that loud noise. But this, in this cabinet, so I don't use the very top part, it opens, and I don't use that part, but I love drawers. And in this, I have the DMC Pearl Cotton. I think they're all 12s. Oh no, so this drawer had 12s. This drawer has number 8 Pearl Cotton, and this one has 5. And they're, well, the 12s are all the colors, but these are neutrals. I house them in my other thread cabinets. We'll just go through that in a bit. And so this cabinet here, I am going to paint that. And it's empty right now. There's nothing in there. So I just put it there just so I can have somewhere to put it, but it is empty. And I believe in having empty drawers. It's okay to have empty drawers. What I have, I'm going to paint it. I'm debating whether to just paint it or paint it and then add fabric to the front of the cabinet drawers. And then I have another dilemma. Should I leave them like that? But I've also thought of painting them and then using them this way and putting like little pulls, like little drawer pulls. I think this cabinet is the older version of the IKEA one. It's made a lot better than the other ones. And I found this at a flea market, so I was really excited. It's just the color it just doesn't go with what I have in this room. But yeah, that's an empty one. And this one here is also empty. I haven't put anything in there yet. It's waiting for little treasures. And then up here I have cigar boxes, and those have little patterns in them for doll dresses, to make little miniature doll dresses. And then these are some chairs for my doll houses that I started making a few years back, and I just need to finish them. And then this old rusty tool, oh my gosh, I'm just, what are they called? Not a tool chest, toolbox. I have glitter. I think it's so funny. So I got the rustiest looking thing and I just fell in love with it. It's dirty and rusty looking, and I thought glitter in there, it's perfect. So going back down here in this basket, I just have a little bag. This is where I have this little bag with supplies to make yo-yos. So if I'm on the run, I can just grab that and I can make yo-yos. And then if we look down, I have just little body parts and little things to make. And then I love Ferrero Rochers, so I have little doll heads for dolls that I still have to finish making. Oh, and then going back to this thread cabinet, I forgot, I didn't show you the drawers. So inside the drawers, let's take a peek. So this top one, I have all of the colorful pearl cottons, and as you can see, I have the entire bottom lined with dryer sheets. So, and then the next one, this one, number 8s. And these are just miscellaneous. The drawers are lined. And there is plenty of space for other goodies. And then up here, I have more flosses that are in bags that I need to go through. And these are flosses that I've gotten at different shows, or like de-stashes and stuff like that, or from projects that I've been working on, and they're just in the bags. And just, I like to put them away. So here we have vintage buttons and the little card. And these are some little babies. They're not old, but I thought they were cute, and I just kept them in the packaging. And then down here I have little things to make buttons. So I've made a few. And let's see what, yep. Oh, this one's cute. It's a little face. And I have, so this one I was thinking of putting a little magnet on the back and using it as a magnet. I thought that would be pretty cool. So let's see what else. And that's pretty much it. And these drawers. So that is just about everything in my drawers. So let's look at the, let me show you my table again. So this is where I spend most of my days, cutting, organizing, and just pressing different fabrics for quilting. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like it, please leave a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And yes, I have more storage under under these skirts, and no, I'm not ready to share that with you. It's a little chaotic under there. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. So don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up. Thank you.